Obesity is a problem in the US.
And the
with
UK.
their
Yeah, American ones are better. UK does
Royals.
comedy very well. So today we are going to check out a video called Top 10 Times Britain Copied America but Failed Probably. This is from WatchMojo UK. I didn't even know they had a UK version, okay. If you didn't know, I am from the Republic of Ireland. It is an independent country. You don't know what you don't know. Northern Ireland, which is also on the island of Ireland, is part of the United Kingdom. Great Britain consists of the largest island in the British Isles, Scotland, England, and Wales. You're welcome for this lesson in geography. So, do we hate British people? No, most of us do not hate British people. I have British family members, British friends. However, when it comes to stuff like this, we are going to be like Team America. There is a history, you know? We don't give them 12 points in the Eurovision, ever. Okay, let's check this video out. Oh, if you've never seen me before in your life, I'm Diane Jennings. I'm from Ireland. I often travel to the United States and enjoy checking out your culture, customs, and traditions. If you want to know more about me and my dog Chewy, who is here watching, listening to everything, you can check us out on patreon.com/Diane Jennings, where you will get extra videos and lots of other stuff and things. The first one I'm thinking is going to be TV shows, possibly. Like when there are TV show adaptations, but we'll see.
It's beautiful.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're going to be counting down our picks for the top 10 times Britain copied America, but failed.
No one wants to see her embarrassed and humiliated on television. That's why they cancelled her chat show.
Yeah. Nice sentence.
Williams win!
Can't beat 'em, copy 'em, or at least try. For this list, we'll be looking at the times the UK took its cues from its younger cousins across the pond to mostly unflattering results. This is just one instance where we should realise we do things our way and excel at it. Number 10, Black Friday.
Retailers say Black Friday is a success.
Since the Black Friday trend began in the US, there's been hundreds of injuries reported and even deaths have hit double figures as shoppers scramble to buy things they don't really need at prices they can't really believe.
Okay, so Black Friday isn't so much a thing now anymore because online sales are just, they've taken over. Nobody wants to go and battle out other people. Well, I'm sure there are some people who do, but most people, sane people, don't want to go battle other people to get like a toaster.
Meanwhile, during Black Friday in the UK, you may be inconvenienced by someone knocking into your trolley with theirs at Asda. The cheek. The post-Thanksgiving tradition just hasn't caught on quite as much in Britain, with sales not having the same hoo-ha about them that they do in the States. Well, thankfully.
I think a reason for this is probably British people are generally very polite. Like, there's a lot of excuse me and sorry and please and thank you, which is a lovely thing. American people are inherently competitive, so I can see why it would be a different experience.
Anybody that was in any of those stores should be asking themselves the question, you know, what was I doing? Why was I behaving like that?
Number 9, Days Like These.
Eric Foreman, you're just the funniest person I've ever met.
No, I wouldn't go as... Yes, I am.
That 70s show lasted an impressive 8 seasons and a whopping 200 episodes in the US. Its UK remake, Days Like These, lasted a measly 10 episodes, not even being successful enough to see out its first series of 13 episodes.
I didn't even know there
If my
was
dad
one.
catches me nicking poos, he will kill me.
Eric, I'm willing to take that risk.
Despite having the same characters, stories, and even dialogue in most cases, the show simply never caught on with British audiences, with most preferring the original. And while the American version introduced future stars such as Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, the British incarnation gave us,
Yeah. Nice sentence.
Number 8.
That's not fair. You just don't know. Like, they could come on and be very successful now. But if you're going to do an adaptation, like, keeping the same character names is silly. Also, it looked exactly the same. I think the interest of, like, adapting that 70s show to a British situation is, like, the different history, surely. That would be interesting to look at. If you're trying to make it a clone, but just in a different place, what's the point?
Glamorous gambling. The US has Las Vegas. The UK has a couple of casinos somewhere, and Ray Winston's floating head on telly, giving you the latest odds for the footy, whilst conversely warning you to gamble responsibly so not to piss away your mortgage over Mo Salah hitting the bar. No wonder James Bond always does his gambling abroad.
Ship the barman over, please.
Gambling may not be legal everywhere stateside, but where it does get the all clear, they go all out, with Atlantic City 2 topping anything this side of the Atlantic. Number 7. Fast food. Obesity is an ever-growing problem in the US, and
the
with their
UK.
variety of fast food on offer, you can see why. Whilst McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, and the like have caught on in the UK, their menus are limited compared to their American counterparts.
I believe I saw this statistic somewhere recently, but I may stand corrected, that Ireland may lead Europe in obesity per capita now. I would well believe that. I can totally see that being a real thing.
And while we may now have Subway and even Taco Bell, we're still lacking the likes of Popeye's Chicken and White Castle. The UK has some of its own offerings, but can't help but posh it up with the likes of Pret a Manger. Please. Number 6. Theme parks.
Look down.
It's not just the casinos,
UK
burgers
has
and
some good
waistlines
ones.
that are bigger in the US, it's the roller coasters too. Size isn't everything, the less endowed may cry, but it's also safe to say that Thorpe Park doesn't quite live up to the magic of Disney World. If we're being honest, even Epcot tops Chessington World of Adventures. But then, America is more spacious than Britain,
Sure.
allowing their amusement parks to be bigger and better.
I would say that the UK does have some really cool theme parks too, to be fair. Like, they might not be as epic and universally known as some of the humongous American ones, but you can have a really great time at them.
In fact, the Disney World car park dwarfs most, if not all, British theme parks en masse. Number 5. Roasting celebrities.
Oh, Bill, all your friends are either dead or they hate you. To be fair, I'm a little of column A and a little of column B.
In the US, we've seen celebrities the likes of Justin Bieber and Bruce Willis get roasted. In the UK, we've had Chris Tarrant and Davina McCall. It wasn't just the American roasty offerings
great.
where the British take was topped for star power, it was every department.
No one wants to see her embarrassed and humiliated on television. That's why they cancelled her chat show.
As good a host as Jimmy Carr is, he doesn't have the same level of international recognition of, say, Seth Rogen or Kevin Hart.
Okay, but British humor is different. Like, it's a different brand. I wouldn't say it's worse in any way. I just think it's different. Personally, I just don't get roasts. I wouldn't, enjoy a roast myself. I don't think I'd like being part of a roast. It would depend, I suppose, on who it was getting roasted and the nature of it if they really wanted it, but generally speaking, it's not for me.
Then you have the roasters. It's just no contest between Will Ferrell and Snoop Dogg compared to Keith Lemon and
UK
Chris
does
Moyles.
comedy very
She'd
well.
heard there was a big eviction going on.
Number 4. Televised debates. Televised political debates have been an American tradition since the 1960s, all part of turning presidential campaigns into entertainment.
You have to ask yourself at home, why won't David Cameron act on those hedge funds?
The UK joined the fray in 2010, then half-arsed them ever since. Britain's politicians, of course, don't have quite as big personalities as their American contemporaries. If Theresa May hadn't turned down Jeremy Corbyn for a debate back in 2019, it probably wouldn't have had all the drama and pomp that Trump versus Hillary had anyhow.
Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
Wrong.
proved over and over again.
Wrong.
He actually advocated for the actions we took in Libya.
Perhaps we could spice up the format and have them battle it out in
It
Thunderdome.
is very entertaining.
Number 3. 1990s pop punk. Britain invented genuine punk, then America turned it into brightly coloured skater punk. And then the UK turned Green Day into McFly and Busted. Outside of that, there's not too many you probably would have heard of.
I don't think that's like for like. I don't think so. I mean, Busted and a McFly. I was a big Busted girl. Oh, but I think Busted were more on a par with the Jonas Brothers. It wasn't Green Day.
Whereas the US had groups like Blink-182 and The Offspring and countless more that helped supply the soundtrack of many a teen's upbringing and for many American Pie movies. The American pop-punk bands were cool, which isn't an adjective you would find sharing a sentence with McFly and Busted. Number
not
2,
fair.
the late night talk show.
Williams win!
Oh. Okay. These are, again, just super different in flavor. Late night talk shows in America, by the way, Ireland, I believe, has the longest late night talk show running ever in the world. The Late Late Show. Not the Late Show, the Late Late Show. But they are not the same thing. Late night talk shows in America and late night talk shows in Britain are they're just not the same.
Late night talk shows are ratings juggernauts in the US, seeing runs that last for years and potentially even decades. These include the likes of Jimmy Kimmel Live and The Tonight Show
Graham
starring
Norton's
Jimmy
brilliant.
Fallon. Hell, even Blighty's own James Corden has got in on the act in the States with The Late Late Show with James Corden.
Hello, everyone. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, look, Andy Richter's got his own show. Welcome to the Late Late Show, everybody.
The Nightly Show was Britain's answer to
Late
those,
Late?
featuring a rotating slate of hosts from David Williams to John Bishop. It didn't manage to pull in enough viewers for a second series.
Don't look at Twitter, okay? Next week. Because I will be slagging you off.
Number 1, cartoons aimed at adults.
He's a bug!
Yeah, American ones are better.
Damn you! A bug!
The US have given the world adult cartoons that are not only some of the greatest animated series of all time, but some of the greatest series ever. Period. While the likes of The Simpsons and South Park have arguably passed their prime, they reached unparalleled success in their heydays.
What do you say, Peter?
Yeah, it could be fun.
And that's not even to mention the likes of Family Guy, Archer, Rick and Morty, or even the Flintstones. Britain's response was Channel 4's Full English, which lasted one series and panned by critics and audiences alike for its poor humour and animation. But
Never
hey,
saw it.
at least we're better at everything else, right?
Never even heard of it.
Beautiful.
That was interesting, but I do think in some of those cases it's not really comparing like for like. It probably sounds like a little bit too of an on the fence thing to say, but like they're just different. They're different feelings in both styles of thing. God, I'm having a terrible hair day. Thank you so much, guys. That's it for today. See you on the other side. Bye.